6 biggest mistakes people make in their relationships. What I'm about to share with you, if you are doing any of these things right now, stop doing this, because it won't make things better. It's just going to make things worse. Okay? If you have a suspicion about your partner doing something behind your back, not being faithful to you, not being honest to you, instead of doing what I'm about to share with you, open up and communicate. And if that doesn't go anywhere, let them go. Move on. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself, your mental health, and your overall well-being. Let's go ahead and get to it. The first thing that people do that they should not do is stalk their partner's social media. Why? Why do this? I never understood that. I never understood what's the purpose in doing that. Okay, again, if you suspect something that your partner is doing behind your back, and maybe you have confronted them about it, but you don't feel like they're being honest with you, I still wouldn't take it too far by constantly going on their social media. Because I believe that when you go looking for something, you'll end up finding it. So start listening to yourself and open up to your partner about your feelings, about what's not sitting right with you, instead of going down that route. Another thing that I find that a person should not do in a relationship is holding things inside, not sharing your feelings, not sharing how you feel about what's bothering you. Because how could you have a healthy relationship with your partner if you are not being open and vulnerable with your partner? You're not coming to them with any issues that you may have that's affecting the relationship. If you've tried and it's not working, have you ever thought about counseling? Have you ever thought about coaching? Have you ever thought about therapy, couples therapy, anything that's going to help revive the relationship? Because you can't trust your partner, and you won't be able to trust your partner if you are not comfortable with communicating. If you feel like you have to walk on eggshells, then that's not the relationship that you need to be in and you should be in. Here's another thing that I've experienced in my relationships is making false accusations and assuming. This goes in line with communication. Instead of assuming that your partner is cheating, that your partner is lying, or your partner is doing this or that, talk to them about it. Or have proof. Where's your proof? Show proof that they did X, Y, and Z. But they'll come with the assumptions and the accusations when you don't have no proof to show them that they are in the wrong, to show them that you are proving them wrong. It's just based off of assumptions. Even if you feel a certain type of way, you still need to know and have proof that whatever it is that your partner is doing is a fact, and not assuming what you may think it is. Communication is key in any relationship. So if you're finding yourself doing this, stop doing that. Prove them wrong if you know that you are right, but don't ever assume. This next one is something that I've experienced as well. And that is creating arguments and always wanting to have the last word so they can feel superior and powerful. I don't know if you've ever been through that, but I've been with someone that always wanted to argue and always wanted to have the last word. If you are doing this, stop doing that. What's the point? Why? So you can feed your ego? Like, what is the point? It's toxic, it's unhealthy, it's just going to create more problems. So what's the point in doing that? I could never understand it. That being with somebody that likes to argue and likes to have the last word, that is a toxic person. It's silly. It doesn't make any sense. It makes matters worse. It gives you a headache. It's no benefit to it. This other one that I'm about to share is something that I have learned to start doing. And I think a lot of us have realized that this is something that we need to do in relationships, period, and that is setting boundaries. So if you are not setting boundaries in your relationship is likely headed for a disaster. Boundaries are so important because boundaries help you with your self-confidence, and it will also show others how you would want to be treated. If you don't have any boundaries, people just walk over you. People won't show you respect. So this is very important to have in your relationships. And I didn't really know what that meant until I started to see and be more aware of how people was treating me. I didn't want people to be treating me like I was nothing. So I knew I needed to do something. And when I learned about boundaries, this has actually changed my relationships with anyone that I come across, whether that's platonic or romantic. Because I have set in place for myself what I would not tolerate, what I would not deal with. And if no one respects that, they can get out of my life. Period. And that's what you have to do for yourself, no matter what, no matter who it is. So setting boundaries is important. And if you're not setting boundaries, start doing that now. And the last thing I feel that people fail to do in relationships is complaining about the relationships with other people and not their partner. So you're going to your mom, you're going to your friends, you're going to your cousin and whoever else and complaining about how you're unhappy about the relationship, how your partner doesn't do this or that for you in a relationship. But you don't go to your partner. You put everybody else in your business and you do not communicate this to your partner, which they should be the person that you need to go to express how you feel. How are you going to solve your relationship problems with your partner if you're going to everybody else but the person that you are with, the person you are having relations with? How is that possible? So start doing this if you're not doing this. Stop telling everybody your business if you haven't even spoke to your partner about how you feel. So those are the 6 things that I feel people fail to do in the relationships and what you should do when it comes to your relationships. And this helps to build a healthier relationships, and not just with your current partner, but your future relationships, because you know what to accept and what not to accept. You know what to do and what not to do. That's going to bring in a very healthy bond in the relationships that you have. So if you are in a relationship and you're struggling to communicate with your partner, or you're struggling in your relationships, period, check out my free coaching call. It will be in the description box below, where we could talk about and discuss what you're going through in your relationships and how we can repair it, how to go about moving on if that is the case. I want to thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to anyone that you know that needs to hear this message. And make sure that you turn on your notifications so you won't miss any videos that I upload. And make sure that you check out my free unlisted video over here on how to heal from a breakup, and my previous video over here. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care.